Let's do another one, guys. Let's do another one. I've been testing out this podcast gear, and I have to pretty much get away from the mic. So, thanks for joining in, guys. Thanks for coming to this. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's get right into the value-packed content. Okay, guys. So, I'm going to step back. I got the monitor turned down, testing the podcast gear out, and the mix should come out better this time. Turn the gain mix down on the thing, and I listen to the playback, and I see what I have to do. So you guys can get the value and actually hear the damn beat. But before I start, and you've been watching these videos, like the damn video, please, guys. Like the damn video. Helps the channel grow tremendously. We're going to do another. Let's do another one. We're testing out the podcast gear. Okay, so X this out, and we're going to start a new one. So, welcome to the podcast, guys. I'm just going to cook up another beat, I guess. That's what I'm going to do. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to make this quick. It's probably going to be about 40 minutes again. So, if you're new to FL Studio, what you got to do is you got to create a new folder. If I can find it. Hold on. Get my face out the way. In a new folder. And since we already did a new beat, we're going to say new beat 2 for speed's sake. Go in here. The folder's empty. Yes, Chris, we see this. And let's start the program. Okay, I got the mix. We're going to save into this folder. Okay, go right into it, guys. I'm assuming you're new and you're the type of person that's like, show me. Okay, so now we're going to build a beat together with the different mix for the most recent upload. I don't know what it is, guys. I enjoy doing these kinds of videos, so I'm going to just keep doing them. You know, and I really would like someone to come on the podcast. You know, if anyone in the production industry, I do apologize about my bed. I was just in the zone, dude. Never got to my bed yet. But anyhow, yeah, come to the podcast, man. If you leave comments, big dogs in the game, y'all can laugh at me and stuff. It's all good, man. You know, it's all good. No biggie. I've been 5 years sober from alcohol, so I'm not crazy anymore like that. For the guys I did like talk crazy to in the industry. But anyhow, yeah, man. It's better times ahead, you know, about to launch a digital product, and the marketing blog is starting to grow, so I'll never be happier. So let's start a podcast, I figured. Okay, so let's get right to it. So we're in pattern 1, and I like to start with the melody, but first, let's do this. Click song mode. After you click song mode, you want to go into the step sequencer. Okay, we got these right here. We got the kick right here. Got the clap. Got the hi-hat. And we got the snare. And since I left off in the other video, I'm going to go ahead and use the 808 again. And to get to the samples, let me go and show you that right quick, because I'm assuming that you see this when you open the program. You just slide to the left and the little wheel goes like this. And I'm already in the folder for the kick that I'm going to use for this project. Okay, so let's go into drums. Got kick right here. Which one was it? So I was just in the folder. That's the one I want. Because I want to do like a trap bass. I love trap bass, guys. I love trap bass. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this kick. Just going to change it out with that kick. Okay, so we could start building the drum beat right now in pattern mode with nothing drawn in the canvas, but we're not going to do that. Okay, I like to start with the melodies, and just like in the other video, I was getting into it, guys. Like, I sound a little more drained in this video, but I really want to get this value to you guys in the proper mix. And I know I have a gut feeling that I've nailed it this time. Okay, and I'm gonna get the mix just right. As far as doing these kinds of videos to be able to upgrade my hardware, or, well, the computers that I'm using. You know, that's clearly what the issue is. I don't have enough RAM and memory and shit. Okay, so here we go. Give me a second, guys. I'm like exhausted from the first video. Get a drink of water. Like the video, helps the channel grow tremendously. Let's do this. Alright, so we replace this drum. I'm going to go ahead and track that, and I'm going to go ahead and get me some orchestra. Actually, I did piano last time, but let's do piano again. But I think what I'm going to do this time is just do a quick orchestra string from the chords I talked about in the previous video. It's just going to be a repeat of what I talked about in the previous video, except the podcast mix is going to be horrible, you know. But the gems are there, guys, so, you know, it helps the channel out when you like the video. Okay, so let's get all like tired and stuff. Instruments. I'm like I have to look like I have to have the chair farther away so that the noise, the mix doesn't cancel out. Sorry, I'm just exhausted, guys. We're going to do the grand piano, just like we did with the last one. We're going to do a different melody this time, though. Just loading up the sample, give it a minute. Okay, so this is what we got. That's cool. Put it in mixer track 5. This is the mixer. Mixer track 5. And what I'm gonna do before I paint in anything is I'm gonna find the chords I'm gonna use. Okay, so let's do that. And I mean, there's a million ways you could do this, guys. To be honest with you, let's see. Let's do this instead. Let's do this. It's probably easier to do it this way. I honestly think it is easier to do it this way. To have it in song mode, make sure it's in song mode, not pattern mode. Song mode. And I'm gonna go ahead and build on here. Oh wait, let me go back to click that button if you saw the mouse and how it lit up the highlighter, the cursor. Okay, let's do a pattern. Alright, we already know we're in pattern 1. Let's go to the piano roll, and we're going to build out some chords. Let's go ahead and do some random chords. Hold control. While holding control, hit A. Slide the notes out. And be like, I didn't like that, so let's do this. Probably going to add an additional note too, guys, to make it more interesting for you guys. And that don't sound right, so let's do this. That don't sound right, let's do this. No, I'm feeling it. No. Nope. Nope. Let's see. No. That one's kind of got a feel to it. Kind of a vibe. Kind of a vibe. I'm going to just stick with the 3 notes. I think it's easier to keep for simplicity's sake. You can experiment, guys, but I think the video will it'd probably take forever for me to finish this video. So we're going to stick with 3 notes. Okay, not that. I like that. That's pretty cool. So what I'll do, hold control while holding control. Hit A. While everything's highlighted, hold shift while holding shift. Left click. Move it over. Speeds everything up. To unhighlight it, hold control while holding control into some empty space and left click and it unhighlights it. Now we're going to listen to this. I like that. And then to draw the patterns pretty much the same way like last video. I'm not going to discuss the tap function. I did that in the last video. You catch it in the last video. And I am exhausted, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. That sounds weird. Kind of has a vibe to it. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let's do some notes over here. Nope. Let's do this. No. Nah, that's not gonna do it. See what this does. Nuh-uh. Nope. No. Let's see what this does. That sounds like it. That might be it. Let me try this. That one's alright. Alright, we're going to run with that. Okay, so now that we have the chord progression established, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be in this, but like I said, there's a million ways to do this, guys. You just get creative, dude. Just get creative. So we're just going to go ahead and clone this like I did in the other video. Clone that. Shoosh. And we're going to go ahead and mute this. And I'm going to copy. Oops, excuse me. Fix that out. You can do that. Then I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to paste it. Oop. Okay, and we're just going to leave this drawn in. The other video I did it differently, but you could do it this way too. There's a million ways to do it, guys. Okay, so we got that going on. And what you do, the reason, well, for speed's sake, the reason, I know there's another thing that I'm like overlooking. Like, I know it. I'm overlooking something where we can look at the piano roll within the same pattern. And we can actually cut from there. So what I'm going to do is, since we know we're in pattern 1, like, I've been doing this, I probably all wrong the whole time, and I'll be first to admit it, man. First to admit it. Okay. Till well, now, I mean, I've been known because well, look, when I click to the piano roll, this is what I keep overlooking. And say we know that, or not piano roll, I'm sorry, the step sequencer. We're going to step sequencer. Now, I know I muted this one, but I'm still in the same pattern. I'm in pattern 1 still. So I know if I click on the clone of itself, I don't even, like, honestly, I don't even need this to be in its mixer track. These indicate their mixer track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which in turn translates to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across on the screen. Okay, I think I can zoom in by tapping or something. No, this screen recorder isn't as good as Camtasia, but it's good enough. Okay, so let's see. We'll listen to playback. Okay, so that's some chords we could play with. The other video I showed you melodies, so but I'm gonna get straight to it. We have that going on, so let's look at this. What we're gonna do is, I didn't even have to do that, to be honest with you guys. Let me see here. Yep, I knew it, guys. I knew it. I knew I was overlooking something. We're about to learn together today, guys. Let me delete all this. We're about to learn together. You see that? You see those notes? That's all you need. If you could see that, you can create a melody. Let's learn something together. We're both learning something together today. While we're in pattern 1, learning with you right now as we speak. Okay? What you want to do is click back into the piano roll. We're right here by the first piano. Go ahead, click on there. Not that one, I'm sorry. Click actually into the piano roll of the muted melody. Control all while holding shift. I'm sorry. After you do control all, you hold control, then press C to copy, and then after that hold control, and then press V, and it looks like there it is. Boom. And all we got to do is move that up an octave. So to do that, hold control. While holding control, press up, and that went up an octave. It looks like, is that an octave? Is it really 1 octave? It is 1 octave. Yep. It went up 1 octave. Okay, so we got that going on, but we want to straighten this out. Oh, that's another thing. You see how it moved? You see how I did that? See how I did that? You have to make sure this right here is on none. Or line. I'm sorry. Make sure it's not on none and on line. You see how tired I am, guys? See how tired I am? But I'm doing this for the community, and I'm learning with you guys at the same time, because I know a lot of you guys subscribe to learn how to record vocals or something, which is still valid technique today. Like, nothing much. The concept is still the same with their program. They just made it easier. It just keeps getting easier with each update. Okay. So yeah, we did that, and we paste again. Hold control, hold, and then press V. Because remember, I already had that. And I'm going to hold control. I'll hold control, press down an octave, and then what I'm going to do is move that over. And I hope it's not. It's probably, no, it doesn't matter at this point, because we're going to use this as the map. That's why I said we're learning together. See, I'm coming alive now because I'm learning together with you guys. Okay, so now we have our map for the melody. We have our map for the melody. So to unhighlight everything, you can just go into sort of like empty space, like right here. Hold control, auto control, left click. And you see how this is highlighted? To get that unhighlighted, you just hover over the bar that's highlighted. Hold control while holding control, left click, boom, it stops. So I'm coming alive now, guys, because I'm learning something with you. So let's go back to the canvas. We're still in pattern 1. We're going to build out through pattern 1, and then we'll apply a different technique to split everything up, okay? So here we go. We're going to stay in pattern 1, and we're going to use it for just the melody and to keep everything in sync and in key. See, I'm learning with you guys. Then we're going to split it up, okay? So let's do this. Okay, so now we're learning together. We know this is muted. It is our map, and it's going to show in all the other piano rolls. Like it'll show in the snare even. Let's go to the piano roll of the snare. See? See how you can see the shadow of it? This whole time I was the whole time, this was staring in my face. And this is how you can create easy melodies. Okay, so so let's do this. We're going to build out we're going to do this video differently. This is another way you could do it. We're just going to stay in pattern 1, build it out, and then we're going to split it up into its own separate patterns, and then use this simple functionality made right here to put it in its own separate mixer. It's going to be easy, guys. Okay, so let's go into this piano, the clone that's live, that's muted. Even though it's saying it's painted in, it's muted. So I'm going to go ahead and, first let me go back to the notes, because I think I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Control. And while go to copy, and then we're going to paste it into the live one, which is this one. We just hover just below it. Paste it in. Boom. Shoot, we don't even have to do that, honestly. We could do it this way. Let's do it a different way. Like I said, there's a ton of ways to do this. Let me go ahead and cut that out of there. We're just going to go straight to the piano roll. Oh, that's not how you do it. So it goes to show you how exhausted I am. The most epic fail in tutorial history. Okay, I meant to say go to piano roll. You see how it's mapped out? We can actually scroll wheel this down, even. And we can go to the pencil icon. Okay. Alright, and we're just going to draw. You see how we got the map up here? I think it's up and down an octave. Oh, no, look, it's more. There's more. I knew it was higher up. I knew there was more notes. And we can actually draw in notes and just bring this back some. Remember, we're in line. Remember, we forgot to put it in line, but it's in line this time. So left click. And you can just draw, like, listen to the playback. And we can just draw on these notes. You can even make the notes. You can even make the notes smaller. And like, oh, didn't do that. You can be like, just do random stuff, just so long it lands on the notes. This sounded kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's just kind of, that's the point, I guess, because we haven't got to the end of the chord progression yet. You know? Because once we finish the chord progression, it should. Alright, so we're just going to roll with that for speed's sake. And then what you do is, so we got your snare. We're already in the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start. I really want to get this organized for you guys. So we know that's pattern 1. Something simple, nothing crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to build out in pattern 1. And then I'm going to show you how to move it over to a pattern, the next pattern, okay? So you're used to probably hearing like something like this. Something like this. So when it goes over like that, we're still in pattern 1, that's why. Okay, still in pattern 1. So let's do the kick next. Got it. Before we do that, let me show you something with the kick. You see how we see the 808 kick and it says 1 right here? So we're going to go to the mixer and go to where 1 is. So we got 1 right here, and we're already highlighted on 1. I like to go midway in the effects chain, and what we're going to do, I love trap bass, guys. I'm a trap bass kind of guy. The physics behind trap bass is that you don't need a great stereo system. It's an illusion. It's an illusion of mid-range. It's more of an illusion of mid-range frequency. That's why you can hear the essence of it in mobile devices and stuff that have small speakers. It's awesome. It's weird, but it like moves you. But anyhow, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so we already established that the kick drum is in mixer track 1. I go midway. And let's see, I go to Fruity Limiter. And we're going to listen to playback. You can't really hear it though, I want you to hear it. So what we're going to do is put on the trap bass effect. One of the ways to trap bass with the samples, with certain kick samples, 808 kick samples. Put in Blood Overdrive. And we're going to be like, because I'm doing this differently with you guys, just to try to get the mix correct. Okay, so we got Blood Overdrive. What I was about to do? I was about to do something. Oh yeah, we got to draw on the map of the kick pattern. Sorry about that. So go here. We only got 1 in, so let's try to like. Nope. To erase, you have to left click. Say boom, boom. I know it's a whack beat, guys. I'm just trying to show you how easy it is. Let's do this, guys. They're gonna make it sound better. I know that kick's way too high, so let me go ahead and turn it down. Do that. We already know it's an epic. I can always use this. There's a million. If it seems like there's like a million variations to turn certain parts down. Now you hear right there how it sounds messed up? Let me show you. What you do to stop that from like all overlapping itself is you right click over it and you go to cut itself. You do that for the really long tail samples so they don't overlap on each other and mess with the harmonics, the frequency range. And like two lighters, it's like putting two lighters together, two flames together, and the flame gets bigger, then it distorts, digitally distorts. So yeah, that's why you do cut itself. Okay, so let's listen. See, it sounds so much better with it, like so let's, because it's a fast tempo, it's 130. I know it's not the greatest, but let me show you how. Now let's do a few other things. Now that we got this far, what we do is we want to go ahead and make a new pattern. We want to make different patterns. You notice how it's all in this pattern because we're in pattern 1. It's all clustered into this one pattern. Now we have to break it apart. Let me show you how to do that. So what you do is go to I believe it's File. No, Patterns, duh. Go to Patterns. Go to Find First Empty. Click it. And what was that? How many items was that? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I want you to name it. So I'm gonna press Enter for speed's sake. So we'll go to Pattern 1 and see. Okay, Pattern 1. There was something I forgot to do in Pattern 1. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me X out of that. Okay, got that right there. Okay. So you saw how it cloned an open pattern, so there's another pattern in here now. And to find that pattern, you just hover over here. If you don't see it on the left, but we just created it, you should be able to hover to it. Oh look, it just like makes them. As you hover, that's what it looks like. It looks like it just makes them. Go to pattern 2. So alright, you just slide to pattern 2, and then you go back to pattern 1. There's a pattern 2 in there, so it's so crazy how like the way the flow of the system, or the way the new FL Studio is. Alright, and then basically you want to separate the elements, so we'll go ahead and separate. Well, first let's finish the snare. probably whack. Sorry guys that the beat is whack and you want to slap me. Ow! Really do apologize, guy. People. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm just trying to get the mix right, guys. I'm exhausted and acting a fool, uploading videos to YouTube, just cooking up simple beats, and that's it, just to show the beginners how to do it. There's a million ways to do it. Okay, so now we got just a few little elements, and all we got to do is separate it. Watch this. Let's separate it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the snare. Cut the snare. We're going to go to the slider right here, go to pattern 2. I'm going to paste the snare in pattern 2. Okay, we're going to go back to pattern 1. And we're going to go to the step sequencer. Or you can actually click on it, I believe. No, I think when you click on it directly, it brings it to pattern 1. You got to go to step sequencer. Click here. You got to cut the hi-hat. Okay. Cut hi-hat. And we can just scroll. It should scroll itself to 3. See? It opened up 3. And we're already highlighting on hi-hat. Paste it right here. And then what you do is you go back to pattern 1 and do the step sequencer. Click the step sequencer again, and you're just cutting it away and putting it in different patterns. Okay? And then I'm going to show you what to do after that. So we're going to cut this one. Go into pattern 3, I already got 3. Pattern 4. I'm going to paste it in here. Right click. Paste. Okay, and then after that, what we'll do is, let's see, go back to pattern 1 again. Just go to the step sequencer, cut out the last piece, the kick, cut, and go to the scroll. Go where it's pattern right here. There's like a little, when the up down arrow show, kind of hold it, hold left click. It's like a double click, hold left click. And like scroll to the next pattern, available pattern. Pattern 5. It's the kick. Paste it in. Control save. What you do, hold control while hold control, hit S. Alright. And we already created the folder, I believe, for beat 2. So you go to desktop, new beat 2, and you just name it the name of your track. New beat 2. Save. Alright, so control save. I saved it. Now I'm going to show you how to get this all puzzle piece together. So pattern 1 is drawn in. You just got to click on the pattern, then you draw it in. Make sure you're on the pencil tool. Draw it in. Click on the next pattern. You're already in the pencil tool. Draw it in. Click on the next pattern. Draw it in. Click on the next pattern. Draw it in. And this is the track. Alright, let me show you what else you can do. Okay, what you do with this, save often, control, I hold control, hit S. Alright, so hit control, while holding control, hit A. While this is highlighted, hold shift, while holding shift, hold left click, move it over, and you want to make it about 3 minutes of the typical song, 3 or 4 minutes of a typical song. And what I'll do is I'll hit control, while holding control, hit A again. And while everything's highlighted, hold shift while holding shift. Left hold click, or left click and then hold and then drag it. And then do it again. Hold control while holding control, hit A. Hold shift, drag it out. And then you see how we're running out of space to wait to get it to zoom out. You see how, well, first let me unhighlight this so you can see. See how it's the bars are highlighted? Just hold control while holding control, left click in that space. Oh, it zooms in when you do that. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. So let me zoom out. Let me zoom out so you know what's going on. Okay, we originally had it like this. It was like right here. It was like right here. What I meant to say was to get it to unhighlight like this, go out into this empty space. Hold Control while holding Control left click. Alright, and then you just do this to zoom in. See this bar right here that's moving? That bar, just zoom into that, go where to the right of it, hold left click right there when the arrow starts showing, and then do that. It zooms out. And you just gotta keep rinse and repeat, and what you do is you hold Control, highlight them all, hit A, hold Control, hit A, highlights them. Then you hold Shift, left click hold, drag it out again. Then you zoom out some more. Go to you'll find the bar. It's right here. Look, the bar. See it? How it's right here. And you go like this. Zoom out and hold Control. While holding Control, hit A. Then after that, hold Shift. While holding Shift, hold left click hold, and you're painting out the time you need. Okay. Hold on. This. Okay. Let's see what's going on. How much time? I think it's going to show the time if I go then. Hold on to me. See how you got this wheel right here? We zoom out and see how much time we got. See, the way you do it is like, you see how you got this right here? Let me unhighlight everything. To do that, go out to empty space right here. Hold Control while holding Control, left click, and unhighlights that to unhighlight this part right here. I think it's going to zoom in if I try. Let me see. It's probably going to zoom in. I think it did it to me already. Hold Control while holding Control, left click. Alright, it didn't. You see where you got the bar numbers? It didn't zoom in. It's just above that, ever so slightly. Okay, now to check the time, we just click out where it starts showing the finger, like it's showing the finger point, where you're at, and you left click. And you look at the time. Look, it's already 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So that's how long it is. So now we can figure it out. So now we can build out the beat. Control save, save often. I'm going to start with the melody. And then it's going to slowly build up. You just chisel it out, man. Chisel that thing out. You know? And then you just hit stop. It brings it to the beginning. Then you hit spacebar or press play with the mouse either or spacebar. Oh, to erase, by the way, the blocks, you just right click. Did that. Here we go. And that's how you do it, guys. That's how you do this. You do it like that. It's a whack beat, but you know how to do it now. Alright guys, it's easy. FL Studio is easy. If you came this far, I'd greatly appreciate it if you liked the channel. It would help the channel grow tremendously. And to subscribe to the channel and tick that bell icon with my tired ass trying to work this podcasting station and get the correct mix down. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this video down and to the public. Alright guys, like the video, subscribe, peace.